There's a quiet kind of worry that creeps in when you sense an older person's health might be slipping away. You may notice subtle changes, like a certain look in their eyes, or a shift in their behavior that feels different from before. These observations can gnaw at you, creating concern or even fear. You might catch yourself thinking, is it possible that they're nearing their final year? This topic may not be easy to discuss, but it's important to be aware of the gentle signs that can hint at a deeper decline, so you can offer support and love. Recognizing these early indications might help you better prepare, both emotionally and practically. You can ensure that needs are met, wishes are honored, and moments of connection aren't lost. The process of aging can be gradual, yet certain signals may point toward a limited amount of time left. A conversation about this can be sensitive, but taking a moment to look out for these warnings could spare you from regret later on. Instead of fearing the unknown, you can focus on making each day count, providing warmth and assistance they need in a period that feels so precious. Before we get further, I'd like to know where you're joining us from. And if you get any value from these videos, a like and subscribe would mean a lot. By spreading this information, you can help others recognize important signs and take loving action when it's needed most. One of the earliest indicators that an older person may be approaching their final year is a drop in appetite, often accompanied by weight loss. You might observe that they no longer show enthusiasm for favorite meals, or they eat only a few bites before losing interest. This shift in eating habits can point to decreased energy levels or underlying health problems that sap their strength. If you pay close attention, you might notice less variety in what they eat, as if their sense of hunger has faded. While occasional lack of appetite is normal, a consistent pattern of declining interest in food can be a sign that the body is gearing down, indicating a final stage in the journey. Another warning sign involves tiredness and unusual sleep habits. You may see an older person nodding off more often throughout the day, or going to bed much earlier than usual. They might also spend longer stretches in bed, finding it harder to get up and move around. These shifts can reflect a body that is gradually losing the ability to maintain alertness. If they wake up feeling drained, or if simple tasks leave them exhausted, it could be a clue that energy reserves are running low. Pay close attention to changes in daily rhythms and comfort levels, because disruptions in rest and wakefulness can sometimes signal that the individual's remaining time is growing shorter. Such signs deserve your understanding. A third subtle indication is a withdrawal from social circles or cherished activities. You might notice them declining invitations more often or showing little interest in family gatherings they once enjoyed. They could seem disengaged in conversations, replying with short answers, or avoiding topics they used to find exciting. This retreat can stem from feeling overwhelmed, tired, or simply no longer finding joy in what used to matter. If they spend more time alone and appear content to watch the world pass by, you might sense a quiet acceptance or a loss of energy. Less interaction with friends or family might be their way of conserving emotional and mental energy, as well as physical strength, in a season of decline. Mood swings or episodes of confusion can also hint that someone may be nearing the end of life. You might detect sudden irritability, tearfulness, or periods of disorientation. Perhaps they forget names or places they were familiar with, or they struggle to follow a simple conversation. These moments could be brief, but they may grow more frequent. Physical decline often affects brain function, leading to lapses in memory and emotional regulation. If you see them losing track of the day or mixing up details, it's not dementia, might be another sign that the body and mind are winding down. Keeping patience and offering gentle reassurance can help them feel less anxious during these unsettling spells. Such kindness can bring comfort. A fifth indication is neglect of daily self-care. You might observe less interest in bathing, dressing, or basic grooming, as though these tasks have become too burdensome. The person may struggle to keep up with housework, preparing meals, or taking medication on time. If you notice piles of laundry or messy living areas that once stayed tidy, it could be a warning that their energy is slipping away. Even small routines like brushing hair or turning lights off before bed can seem overwhelming. This decline in everyday habits can reveal that the mind and body are conserving their last bits of strength. By noticing these changes, you can step in with help and compassion. That support can mean a lot. When these signs appear, the best approach is to address them gently rather than ignoring them out of fear or discomfort. You can initiate a calm conversation to explore how they feel and what they might need. Offer specific help, like arranging medical checkups or preparing easy-to-eat meals. Make a note of any serious health concerns, and see if a healthcare provider can offer guidance on pain management or emotional support. Understanding their wishes for end-of-life care, whether it involves hospice services or a home-based approach, can also bring clarity. By staying open to these discussions, you can offer a sense of peace during a vulnerable stage of life. Small gestures of empathy can make conversations feel far less intimidating. Another important aspect is to respect personal boundaries. You may have a strong desire to take control, but try to allow them space for autonomy whenever possible. Encourage their input when discussing living arrangements or daily care. They might appreciate being asked simple questions, like which foods they still enjoy, or if there's a routine that helps them feel more at ease. Empathy rather than pity is key. Acknowledge that they still have feelings, opinions, and dignity. Even when energy levels are low, hearing their voice can lift spirits. By staying observant and compassionate, you uphold their sense of value during a stage when many things may feel out of their hands. Remember that small acts of understanding matter here. It's also wise to seek professional support if possible. Nurses, social workers, or counselors trained in elder care can provide guidance on coping strategies and community resources. You can ask about meal delivery programs, adult daycare services, or volunteers who offer companionship. These options can ease the strain on everyone involved, ensuring that the older person doesn't feel like a burden. Reaching out to clergy or spiritual advisors can sometimes offer emotional comfort too, especially if they've had a faith tradition for much of their life. By gathering knowledge and creating a network of support, you help them stay connected and cared for, despite the limitations that may arise in this final phase. Consider what might truly speak to them. During this time, remember that small gestures can create meaningful connections. You can share a quiet conversation or sit together without saying much. Sometimes a soft touch on the hand or turning on their favorite music speaks volumes. If they're able, consider looking at old photos or listening to stories that bring them comfort. Even a moment of laughter over a silly memory can ease tension and remind them they're not alone. This isn't about forcing cheerfulness, but simply meeting them where they are. By offering a calm, open presence, you provide a comforting light in a phase that often feels uncertain and fragile. Little tokens of warmth, like a soft blanket or familiar scent, can further soothe their spirit. Facing the possibility of an older loved one's final year may bring up emotions ranging from sadness to confusion. You might wonder if you're overreacting, or if there's more you could do. In these moments, it's important to find balance between staying informed and maintaining hope. Gathering accurate information from professionals can help you feel more prepared, while also allowing room for possibility. Even when signs seem strong, people can surprise you with their resilience. Approach the situation by focusing on quality of life and genuine connection. When you remain steady, patient, and kind, you not only respect the journey they're on, but also preserve cherished memories for the future. None of your care or concern goes unnoticed or unappreciated. As you watch for these 5 signs and offer gentle support, remember that your presence matters. You stand as a source of calm and kindness during a tender time. While you cannot change the outcome, your thoughtfulness can bring comfort and dignity, guiding them through life's closing chapter with a loving touch.